Angry guy here. And boy, oh boy, I do have a story for you guys. So, young women are shocked they are being rejected as passport bros leave. Society is really hitting a snag right now. Men are walking away from Western society rapidly. But not only that, employers, especially when they're dealing with with Gen Zers and young Gen Z women, they're absolutely shocked at what they're coming across. The story is by Tyler Kanargar, and it was published literally 1 hour ago, so it's fresh off the presses. Recruiters stunned by Gen Z interns' extensive requirements, including a 5 hour work limit. Okay? So they won't work more than 5 hours. Strict 5 hour work limit. Strict 5 hour work limit. When it comes to the perfect job, everyone's got their own wish list. Some people want a fat paycheck. Others are gunning for a fancy title, and some want unlimited vacation days. But for Gen Z, their ultimate dream is to work less than 5 hours a day. Strict 5 hour limit. Jesus, oh God. One recruiter was blown away. One recruiter was blown away during an interview with a young job seeker when the interviewee said he was all about that work-life balance, leaning heavily on the life side of things. What the freak? He said, bro, this guy literally said, he said, was all about that work-life balance. Dude, bro said, I'm all about that work-life balance. Guys, this is a bad generation. It's a bad generation. It's a bad generation, man. Oh gosh. I had this interview with a Gen Z intern who interned today who promotes work-life balance. He said he doesn't want to work more than 5 hours a day and isn't a big corporate fan, wrote Infido Samaria Khan. Of course, this young job seeker also wanted to be paid 50,000 Indian rupees for the 5 hour day. Oh Jesus. Well, some guys, so just so you can see, this is not just like a Gen Z issue here in America. All right, guys, in China, the Gen Zers are doing the same crap in China. They're literally sharing beds and they're not working. They have this the Gen Zers in China. They have a term called lay flat. All right, that's their version of quietly quitting. They call it lay flat. Lay flat on the ground. Lay flat. Oh my gosh. And China still is still really a communist country. And their solution, lay flat. If they want you, let them pick you up off the ground. Otherwise, lay flat. Holy cow. Holy cow, jeez. While some might not think $600 is much, it's over 8 times the average monthly salary for a Gen Zer in India. Well, Khan post blew up on Twitter quickly with over 780,000 views. I mean, look at this from Fox News. Lazy girl jobs won't make Gen Z less anxious. Guys, lazy girl jobs. Gen Z workers turning to lazy girl jobs to deal with stress and anxiety. Lazy girl jobs, guys. Lazy girl jobs. All right. This is what the Gen Z girls are. Guys, it even pops up in Google right away. It pops up in Google right away. Okay? Lazy girl jobs are trending in rally against burnout culture. Lazy girl jobs, guys. These people are the devil. These people are the devil, guys. These people are the devil. Lazy girl jobs are trending in rally. Jeez. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Damn ad blocker. I'll get it off for you. Let me just turn off the ad blocker and refresh the page. Because NBC, they want that ad revenue, that corporate greed. But anyway, give me a moment. I'm loading back up the page and I'll risk to you guys. It's just absolutely insane. Some advocates say trends like lazy girl jobs and quiet quitting are attempts to reclaim some power in the face of corporate exploitation. Guys, Gen Z at oldest is only 26 years old right now. The oldest of Gen Z are 26. 26. So you have to understand that the oldest of Gen Z have only been out of college for 4 years. The very oldest Gen Zers have only been out of college for 4 years. If you go to medical school, you graduate. If you graduate after 4 years, so if you go straight to medical school from college at 22 years old, you finish at 26, and you'll just now be starting your internships in the fall. Gen Z has not even started working as doctors yet. Those of the Gen Z generation that are going to medical school, have gone to medical school, have not even started their freaking residencies yet. They haven't started their residencies yet. And they're already talking about burnout culture. This is crazy. This is crazy. So many of this generation, they're going to like their first, like it's like their first job. They're like letting you know, listen, I'm not doing more than 5 hours. I won't be there more than 5 hours. Literally, they're calling it lazy girl. They have bed rotting, quietly quitting, lazy girl jobs. Oh, it's not actually lazy. It's reclaiming our sanity and a better work-life balance. It's literally in the name. You guys call it lazy girl jobs because you're lazy. A viral term that refers to well-paying, flexible jobs that allow for leisure time are anything but lazy. Just ask the employees who occupy these types of roles, who tout on social media that they have time to relax on the job and still get their work done. As anti-work discourse gains momentum across the internet, job seekers and employees are growing tired of being shamed for retaliating against a culture that glorifies overworking. Guys, Gen Z thinks 40 hours a week. They think 40 hours a week is cruel and unusual punishment. 40 hours a week is cruel and unusual punishment. 40. They have strict limits on working no more than 5 hours a day. Gen Z wants to make significant amounts of money. They want to make $100, $200, $300 an hour, doing minimal work and only working a few hours a day. Having accrued more than 18 million views since its emergence on TikTok in mid-May, Lazy Girl Job, which blew up last week after the Wall Street Journal reported on the concept, is the latest iteration of a viral trend promoting employees to set firmer boundaries at work. They're going to fire these people. Last year, it was quiet quitting, a term that denoted working within your set hours and job description without going above and beyond. And recently, the polarization of concepts like bed rotting, which describes lounging in bed for extended periods of time. These guys, by the way, a lot of people have been posting that Gen Zers have very bad hygiene, and it's that's another thing. Endless says, "What's good, angry?" Shout out to Endless. D says, "What did I just tune into?" Let's continue on. Yeah, so concepts like bed rotting, which describes lounging in bed for extended periods of time, and girl dinners, which constitute snack plates in lieu of full prepared meals. Oh God, girl dinners, guys, this is a terrible generation. Jesus, encouraged many online, particularly women, to take reprieve from the burnout that commonly results from societal expectations to always be productive. They don't cook, they don't clean, they stay in bed all day, they don't want to work, They want to receive large compensation for this, and they're not too bright. They're not too bright. At the core of it, many workers are saying that they are fed up with the notion that wanting to enjoy life makes them bad employees. Bro, you need to. They don't want to work. They want to enjoy life. They're basically saying that we should be getting paid to not work. Yeah, they're definitely gonna push this whole this UBI thing. Guys, if Trump doesn't win, they might just elect Andrew Yang. They really might just elect Andrew Yang the way things are going. He could run again, and you know how he'll get in. Right now, he's talking about $1,000 UBI, right? What he'll do is he'll say $3,000. I will give every person in everyone 18 and older $3,000 a month, and that $3,000 will spur innovation and create so much wealth in the economy, and blah 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 blah. And the good for nothing Gen Zers and a ton of the good and the bastard millennials will run out there and they'll vote for Andrew Yang and ushering a new era of socialism, because that's what it is. It will be a new era of socialism, and we will watch massive inflation occur in the States as more men continue to leave and get the heck out while the going is good. I've talked about putting your money in crypto. All right. Everybody should be holding a little bit of Bitcoin right now if you can, because it's going to skyrocket in value compared to the United States dollar. The reason why is because Bitcoin is limited. It's limited. It has a very limited supply, and as people pass away, and their funds are stored in private key in wallets, and no one can get access to those private keys, those funds are gone forever. So the supply of Bitcoin will continue to go down for ages. It'll just keep on going down and down and down, and the value will just keep on rising, because you can't make more of it. The value is based around supply and demand, all right? While it's based on supply and demand, while the value of the United States dollar, what gives the United States value dollar, but what gives the United States dollar value is goodwill, with how much people believe in it. All right, let's see here. Decentering your 9 to 5 from your identity is so important, because if you don't, then you're kind of putting your eggs all in one basket that you can't necessarily control, said Gabrielle Judge, a self-described anti-work girl boss. Self-described anti-work girl boss. How can you call yourself a girl boss and anti-work in the same sentence? You want to be a boss, but you don't want to work, but you're against work. Oh, Jesus. And TikTok creator who is credited for coining the term lazy girl job. So it's like, how can we stay neutral to what's going on in our job? Still show up and do them, but maybe it's not 100% of who we are 24/7. These people are the devil. You're the devil. Judge, who has been responding to backlash after the phrase went viral last week, said the controversy wasn't unexpected. She said she had labeled the term satirically to prove the point that compared to traditional hustle culture mentality, a healthy work-life balance is often viewed as lazy. 5 hours a day? A firm limit of 5 hours a day? Strict limit of 5 hours a day? One tech recruiter who works a self-proclaimed lazy girl job at a remote company with a flexible schedule and unlimited paid time off that she says people actually use, explained in a TikTok video unlimited paid time off. So basically, guys, you know what's happening? The men are having to carry the women. The men have to carry the women, because this is what's guys. You're going to see so many men quitting their jobs very soon. You're going to see tons of men quitting their jobs, because what's ending up happening is you have all of these women who are taking time, like they're not working the same hours as the men. The men are working the long hours, and the women aren't working the same hours, but they're getting the same pay. All right, they're getting paid the same annual rate. They have a salary. They're salaried employees, so they're getting paid the same amount of money as the guys, but they're working significantly fewer hours, and they're using the unlimited paid time off, which means that the men have to make up. They have to do the work that the women aren't doing. Guys, and we know this has been happening everywhere. You're going to see guys quitting their jobs, and then what they're going to do, they'll go back to the same companies, and they'll say, now you can hire me as a consultant. And some people might say, well, okay, well, what about the health insurance? Because these companies provide you with health insurance. They're going to set up an LLC. They'll kill it. They'll get all of that. They'll have all of that money that they earn paid to their LLC. All right. They'll pay themselves a small amount of money from the actual earnings. Okay. So they'll charge the companies exorbitant fees as to where you can have an employee that you would pay $100,000. Now these guys are going to start charging them $30,000, $50,000 a month. So they're going to start charging these companies even $500,000 a year. And then they'll just go put that money into their LLC, pay their taxes through the LLC, store those funds in a business bank, business checking account, business savings, pay themselves through the LLC a small amount of money, get cheap health insurance or even free health insurance. All right. Hell, they may even qualify for Medicaid. Go overseas and meet and date quality women, date high value women, live very happy lives. If they don't leave, they'll basically be at home, and basically they'll hang out with their buddies and just chill. Because a lot of them will say that, yeah, I'm only doing remote work. Shout out to Dr. MGTOW. It's crazy. These people have lost their damn minds. I just wanted to share that with you because I was literally shocked. About what I was seeing. I was shocked that these people could be so damn wicked. Okay? Let me see here. One tech recruiter who works as a self-proclaimed girl boss at a remote company with a flexible schedule and unlimited paid time off that she says people actually use explained in a TikTok video that her manager trusts her to complete her work regardless of whether she steps out in the middle of the day for a hair appointment. Bro, there's nothing lazy about expecting a job that pays you well, gives you good work-life balance, and doesn't overwork you. And no one in a lazy girl job is actually lazy, she said in the video, because the companies who do take care of their employees, sadly, because there are so few of them in the United States, they have really high standards for hiring. So no one is at these companies actually slacking off. No. What's happening here is that because of this remote works, because of what's happened with remote work, it's harder to get rid of these people and then replace them with someone else immediately because it costs money to train these people. All right, especially in these positions. This is I'm telling y'all, 2020 really screwed things up. Joe said, I read in the magazine today about lazy girl jobs. I'm just shocked. I'm literally just shocked. These people, Gen Z. They're bad. They're bad. They're a bad breed, man. They're a bad breed. They're a bad breed. Soft girl, guys. Soft girl life. Soft girl. Bed rotting. Quietly quitting. Girl. Girl. Lazy girl jobs. Girl dinners. Basically, girl dinners. In other words, don't actually work hard to prepare food for yourself. That's too much. That's too much. What you're going to do is instead you're going to go ahead and you're just going to eat. You're going to like order out or eat whatever. Let's read about this one a little bit. These are bastards. What is girl dinner? New TikTok trend is courting controversy. I call this mouse meal because I feel like this is what a little mouse in a storybook would eat for dinner. Commented one user. Guys, these people are bad. These people are so bad. These are bad people. All right. These are bad people. I don't want any of you. I don't want any of you to be like these people. These are very, very bad people. All right. These are bad. These are not good people. These are not good people, man. These are very bad people. Let me see here. Celtic says hermit life here in the U.S. is even less complicated and low cost. Frugality is key. If you deal with a loneliness from time to time, you are good. Well said. Well said. But yeah, back to the devils. Back to the devils. I want you to know that's what they are. These people are absolute devils. They are devils, all right? Don't let anyone tell you anything different. Gen Z are devils. They're devils. All right, so let's read some of this. By Heather Martin, with over 24 million views. Oh gosh. With over 24 million views and hundreds of posts, the TikTok hashtag Girl Dinner is so hot. It has its own theme song. I hate this audio and I can't get it out of my head, but Girl Dinner is a phenomenon, writes TikToker at Crumbleberry Pie over several photos of example spreads. Cracker, jam, cheese. What else do you need? Guys, guys, these same women that you want guys to take them out on $300 dates are eating worse than people in jail. Guys, they're not eating. Guys, this is how they live because they can't cook. They can't cook. So this is what they're doing. All right? This is the car. This is it. This is what they're eating. This is what they're eating. They're eating literally nothing. Guys, this is some pieces of slice, some pieces of bread, some berries, and I don't know what the hell the rest of that is. One of the first with the hashtags is Los Angeles-based micro-influencer Olivia Mayer, who notes that bits of cheese, fruit, bread, and pickles are her ideal meal. I call it girl dinner, she says, or medieval peasant. Oh my gosh. Medieval peasant, guys. Medieval peasant. Guys, these people are terrible. These people are terrible. Zeta says, angry back at it again. My throat was burning yesterday. My throat was burning. It was so bad. It was literally so bad. And yet I just don't care enough because I just despise these people so much. And it gives me strength. It gives me strength to complain. Shout out to Christopher Liebig. Shout out to Christopher Liebig. You know? But I mean, yeah, guys. Yeah, like I say, these people are the devil. These people are the absolute devil. I didn't even realize you guys weren't seeing the screen until now. But yeah, so influencer. One of the first with the hashtag is Los Angeles-based micro influencer Olivia Mayer, who notes that bits of cheese, fruit, bread, and pickles are her ideal meal. I call it girl dinner, she says, or medieval peasant. This is some evil, guys. This is some evil shit.
Times peasants had to eat nothing but bread and deal meal. This is my dinner. I call this girl dinner or medieval peasant. I cannot find the TikTok right now, but a girl just came on here and said how, like, in medieval times, peasants had to eat nothing but bread and cheese and how awful that was. And she was like, that's my ideal meal. This is my dinner. I call this girl dinner or medieval peasant.
Guys, grapes, some pieces of like medieval bread, and cheese. Guys, these are the same girls that will tell you off, curse you out, shame you, because you won't take that man on a $300 date. You won't let me correct myself, $300 meal. You won't spend $300 for a meal, because not for the date. The date's gonna cost you about $500, $600, maybe $700. With a meal, $300 meal. Mayor decided to post her dinner standing at her kitchen counter, wondering whether it might resonate with anyone else, and it certainly has. Although she's surprised at the response, she's enjoying reading what everyone else calls their own take. I saw one today. I saw one person say it. Charity. I heard one. I saw one person say it's charcuterie without the board or character. I don't know how to pronounce that word. MartelsToday.com with a laugh. I call this provisions because I feel like I'm on the Oregon Trail. Commented another user, but a lot of respondents get rodent vibes. A lot of, oh gosh. I call this mouse meal because I feel like this is what a little mouse in a storybook would eat for dinner, says one, while a less delicate user says is is rat girl dinner a thing? Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. I'm eating a box of Triscuits in one sitting. Guys, they're calling Gen Z rats. They're calling Gen Z women rats. Is rat girl dinner a thing? They're calling Gen Z girls the rats. Guys, you remember, like, I've been using the rat symbol? Like, I basically said, like, what animal best represents Gen Z? And it was like 60, over 60% of people said the rat. People call them the bubonic plague rats, all kinds of other stuff, but all kinds of other terrible rats. I'm eating, okay. Is rat girl dinner a thing? I'm eating a box of Triscuits in one sitting, deli turkey and cheese straight out of the bag, and washing it down with pickle juice. Jesus, washing it down with pickle juice. Guys, they're done. Guys, they're done in American society. All right, guys, women are, everything that they've done is coming back. Everything is coming back. They can't cook. They can't clean. All right. And they're fighting hard to keep the beta male orbiters from leaving because they can't take care of themselves. Women can't take care of themselves. Most of you men watching that right now, I expect that most of y'all can cook. Okay. Guys can grill. A lot of guys have the skills of cooking. A lot of guys can cook. Most women can't cook today. Well into their 40s, they can't cook to provide for themselves. Because I asked, like, wait a minute, if they think cooking and cleaning is a type of oppression, then how are you providing for yourself? And the answer is simple. You know, they're basically living off others, or they're basically eating like literally like something from the medieval era, like just literally after the Stone Age, you know, like just a bit after the Stone Age, like coming out of the Stone Age. There are some people who said that Gen Z would go back to the Stone Age if you took electricity away. And this is true. This is true. But the thing is, like, these people are so lazy, they wouldn't make it very far. Because in the Stone Age, you actually had to be, to be a cave. People said, oh, they've become cavemen. Yes and no. To be a caveman, you actually had to have some level of intelligence. Cavemen were a lot smarter than people give them credit for. In fact, cavemen were more intelligent than a lot of people in modern day society. You have to remember that these people, you know, when we talk about cavemen, a lot of people are thinking about Neanderthals, but keep in mind, you know, the people that were around about 100,000 years ago, they're exactly the same as we are now. The only difference is that they just didn't know as much as we know. That's it. They're exactly the same as us. All right? They're not physically different than us. They're not genetically different from us. They're not evolutionarily different. We have not evolved beyond them. They're the exact same people that we are. We are now. And you have to think about it. These were people who had to be able to figure out how to make fire. These are people who had to figure out how to make clothing. All right? How to make clothing, how to make tools. Think about it. You got they had to know what plants to eat that were edible, what plants versus what plants were dangerous. Were dangerous. You know, they had to know how to navigate, how to figure out how to get from point A to point B. You know, how to determine distance and do all of this without maps. These were very intelligent people. People aren't thinking about it. Caveman, the so-called caveman, was a very smart person. They didn't have the tools that we have today. They had to make their own tools, make their own clothing, hunt their own food, prepare their own food. All right? They had to do all of these things without knowledge or anything from the modern day world. They had to navigate. They had to basically go off in one direction and figure out how to backtrack. All right? Gen Z can't do that. Gen Z, forget about smarter than a fifth grader. Gen Z is not smarter than a caveman. Okay? Put Gen Z back in those days. Put Gen Z back in the caveman era. They'd be done within a few days. All right? The cavemen also had to know how to avoid things in nature that could take their lives. All right? What if you got bit by a certain mosquito or something? How do you treat it? They had to have some form of medicine back then. They had to know how to treat injury back then. The average Gen Zer doesn't know how to do crap. They can't even tie their shoelace. And I'm not even joking. Many of them actually cannot tie their shoelace anymore because they wear shoes that don't have shoelaces. Celtic says, wait until October when the student loan payments resume. The average is $350 to $400 on average. Brent is like, is the result of Gen Z bad parenting or the government bad policies? The result of Gen Z, it's not bad parenting, bro. Blaming your parents is not going to get you anywhere. And we need to be very honest. Gen Z lived good lives, all right? Saying that, oh, they were given too much. Oh, it's the fault of Gen X because they didn't beat their kids. Come on, bro. Oh, if you see when the millennials and Gen X were growing up, they got their asses kicked, and a lot of millennials still turned out terrible. All right? I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about, saying that if child abuse. If parents had properly abused their kids, we wouldn't be having this problem right now. Listen to me. Gen Z made the decision to do what they're doing. All right. You have Gen Zers that are dropping out of jobs like being chemical engineers to go and open an OF, dropping out of medicine to go on OF. All right. Dropping out of teaching after getting a master's to go on OF. All right. This is all Gen Z. No one's forcing Gen Z to do any of this. They want easy, soft lives. Zeta says, chicks are broke and they can't cook. JP52 says, year of the rat. Chinese are decent in comparison. Let's see here. Endless says, the girl sign language, you for being broke, but refuse to cook and clean because you control them. I'm thinking of Gen Zers as Ratatouille. Ratatouille could throw down, though. Ratatouille could throw down. Gen Z is the worst of the worst. They are the worst of the worst. I keep on talking about how terrible these people are, and people don't want to believe you until they see it for themselves. And then they're not even that bright. They can't do math. They can't read and they can't write. All right. And when you talk to their peers, that that actually, because there are some decent Gen Zers, but when you talk to the Gen Zers that are actually decent and have some skills, they'll start telling you about how bad their peers are. They can't do basic. They have terrible reading comprehension, and their hygiene is bad. And guys, I used to think like the whole hygiene thing was far fetched, and now you literally have people like coming forward and warning Gen Z, like because guys, for example, like when you go to like Comic Con and these events, for years it's always been a thing where there are always people that were kind of smelly, but like now, now it's getting serious. It's getting serious where like people who are like at the shows, like the staff, they're basically letting Gen Z know, like, no, you're not coming here unless you bathe. Like there are gonna be signs posted they'll start posting signs like, if you like you have like bathing policies, like if you smell, we're putting you out. All right? We're putting you out. We have a bath policy. You're gonna wash your ass before you come here. Okay? You're going to wash your ass before you come here. You will wear clean clothing. You will change your fucking underwear. You will wear deodorant. All right. And if you can't, and your hair will be clean. There will not be dandruff everywhere. Okay. We're not playing this. If you come in here smelling like shit, we're putting you out. And that's really where it's at right now. Jesus Nerd says, Gen Z don't even know what a soap bar is. They're so nasty. They're so nasty. They're so nasty. Endless says, you're right. Ratatouille can throw down. Ratatouille was throwing down hard. Ratatouille was throwing down hard. Gen Z, Ratatouille. All right? Gen Z are New York rats. Gen Z are some dirty ass New York rats. The dirtiest of the dirtiest. Good for nothing New York rats in the fucking subways. All right? You look at them like, what the fuck are you doing here? They look back at you like they want to fight you, stepping up to you. All right? I mean, like, no, this is who they are. This is who they are. Like they want to challenge you in the subway. I'm like, literally, like there are people who've like walked by bags in the subway, and these Gen Zers just jump out of them and go on the attack. All right, Gen Zers are New York rats. They are New York rats. Dirty, nasty, nasty, nasty. Gen Z don't. Jesus says Gen Z don't even know what hygiene is. They don't know. They don't know how. It's amazing how they don't know how to wash. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I have a cousin. I haven't seen her in many years, maybe almost 13 years. I haven't seen her in many, many years. However, she had a stepdaughter. And she was very, very like serious with her. Like she basically demanded that she would wash her private parts and all kinds of stuff. And I was like in shock. I was like, what the heck are you doing to this poor little girl? Like, why are you being so antagonizing to this little girl, about washing her butt? And because I'm like, come on, she's a little kid. And now, like, fast forward all these years later, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a Gen Zer. This is a trait with Gen Z. No wonder my cousin was so adamant about her washing her butt, because she was not washing her butt. Gen Z is a bad generation. How I can't believe this, guys. How do you have a generation like this? How are these people here? I've never heard of this before. Like, seriously, how do you walk around with a dirty butt? It's like you start to itch. What the heck is going on with these people? JP52 says boomers demonize millennials for nothing. Gen Z are the real assholes. That's why they're called Zoomers, and they don't care. Gen Z they don't care that they're losers, and they don't care that they're losers. The Jesus nerd says, angry guy, mud butt Jen Zoomers. Oh my gosh. Mud butt. Mud, mud butt Jen Zoomers. Dr. Big Tom says 2 years ago I had a big crush on this Jen Zidian. Guys, I love this. I love this new term that I've been seeing going around. I think Dr. Big Tom, I don't know where he got this from. They call it Gen Zidiot. It's so perfect. Gen Zidiot. All right, Gen Z idiot, Gen Zidiot from work. He said that he had a big crush on this Gen Zidiot from work. I later heard that she doesn't shower often, stinks, and lets multiple guys go inside of her. Guys, I was talking about this recently because there's a lot of these Gen Z girls, and they let these guys hit. They'll let 3 guys hit in the same day, and you know they're not changing. You know damn well no, she's not changing her underwear 3 times. All right, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. Joe says kudos to the cavemen. Hell yes. Shutting from the sky says fingernails too long to wash. Fingernails fingernails too long to wash ass. Oh shit. Dr. McDowell says, I can't believe he kissed her head many times and hugged her. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. I'm not gonna be able to stay on forever, guys, because like that 10-hour stream that I did, it definitely did something. Like it definitely hit me. Like the burning is coming back, but we're gonna push it a little longer. As long as the burning in my throat's coming back, it's gonna take a while for this to heal. As long as you have food storage, means of defense, savings out of the bank, and looking to buy land, you'll be good. Dr. McDowell says, oh, let me tell, oh, dude, and let me tell you, my former crush once had her time of the month wet her pants, and our colleague got her new pants at work right on the spot. She wore them without taking a shower and continued working. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. So disgusting. Guys, these people, you guys, no shame whatsoever. No shame. They have no shame whatsoever. Guys, this is disgusting. These people are bad. These people are so bad. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Shutting from the sky says, change underwear. How about not even taking a shower between sexual partners? These are disgusting people. Disgusting people. Thank you so much, Shutterstock, for the $5 super sticker. Really appreciate that. The Jesus Nerd says, angry, what about those black women with hooker nails like Nicki Minaj? How the hell does she wipe her ass? They don't wipe their ass. They don't it's called mud, it's mud butt. They don't wipe their ass. We need to be realistic. They walk around with shit in their ass. And they basically feel like because they're with, I know a woman who told me that her man was basically eating poop from her. And it was some nasty, and she's like, oh well, he seems to like it, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, guys, listen to me. It's disgusting. These women they've jumped the shark. Like men, Western women will serve as an example to women in the rest of the world. They'll be like the most. They're gonna carry. They already have among the worst reputation in the world. All right, Western women from Western society. Guys. You have women now. You have women now in countries like literally the UK. The UK is basically English. The UK and the United States are the same country. And I had a woman from the UK saying that, oh, we are not like American women here in the UK. All right, we don't do these things to our men at all. The UK, you really try to distance yourself from American women? We're the same country, y'all. What are you talking about? The United Kingdom and the United Kingdom and the United States are the same country. They are literally the same country. They are the same country. Hey, y'all, you're really trying to do this shit now? Oh my gosh. Let's let me read this right here. Okay. The Jesus Nerd says, angry. Google ogling. Forewarned is the nastiest kink out there other than two girls, one cup. Okay, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You know, two girls, one cup. That scarred me. It scarred me and it scarred a lot of guys. So I'm not touching it. Nastiest kink out there says two girls, one cup. Not touching it. Thanks, but no thanks. Because you should have told me you should not have compared it to two girls, one cup. Because after two girls, one cup, I just won't go anywhere near it. Dr. Big House says, rats smell better than most Gen Z idiot girls. Zeta says, yeah, both Western countries. Yeah, they're both Western countries, but it's more than that. The UK, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But the UK and the United States are literally the same country. Canada and the US are not the same country, but the UK and the United States are the same country. Even though you have to take a plane to get back and forth and go across an ocean to get to one from the other, the UK and the United States are 100% the same country. They really are. The same idiots. The exact same idiots. Let me see here. Oh boy, let me jump back over this article. I call this mouse meal because I feel like this is what a little mouse is in the story. This is what a little mouse in a storybook would eat for dinner. Says one, while a less delicate user asks, "Is Grat Girl dinner a thing? I'm eating a box of Triscuits in one sitting, deli turkey, and then washing it down with pickle juice. That's so disgusting." Guys, pickle juice, guys, and these women want to be, they think, guys, soft girl life, thinking they're going to get millions. Good luck with that. All right? But what they're really about to enter is they're about to enter into broke girl era, tent girl city era. All right? They're going to be about that tent girl life. All right? Broke girl era. Broke girl era. Tent city life. Are those descriptions accurate? According to Mar, girl dinner can look many things, she says, depending on what your needs are and what you had earlier in the day. But what matters is the feeling it invokes. Getting this often goes along with it because it's what you want. It satisfies you. Guys, this is sad. And they want men to subsidize their living. Some do describe it as just eating several nutritionally sketchy snack foods instead of an actual meal. TikToker at Sienna Beluga worries that it could be used to legitimize restrictive eating, noting some of these girl dinners look a little suspiciously low cal to me. In her response, oh God.
Meal. This is my dinner. I call this girl dinner.
Girl dinner, girl.
What the? I stopped it because I don't know about that song. TikTok has a nasty tendency to elevate such messages, especially for women. And it's true that 2 handfuls of cheddar popcorn, a Kraft single, and some Sour Patch Kids doesn't even add up to a decent snack, much less dinner. Although Mar coined the catchy and controversial turn of phrase, it's a familiar concept to author, food stylist, and content creator Marissa Mullen, and she agrees it shouldn't be a call to skimp. Guys, this is ridiculous. Instead of looking at a girl dinner as the starvation short shrift, you should serve yourself when your boyfriend isn't around. Oh my gosh, guys. You should serve yourself when your boyfriend is around. So basically, yeah, when your boyfriend isn't around, you should take care of yourself because when your boyfriend is around, he's basically buying your meals. All right? Guys, this is so sad. This is so sad. Mullen's cookbook, cheese plate will change your life, and that cheese plate wants to party, encourage celebration and expression of self-care through easy assembly of meals that nourish body and soul. Oh my God, guys, these women, guys, Gen Z is done for. There are people who are like, Gen Z is the future, one way or another, whether you like it or not. They are lazy and they can't do anything. All right, they can't inherit. Guys, anyone who gives Gen Z, anyone who gives Gen Z responsibility, and when Gen Z messes up, they're going to be held liable. They're not going to hold Gen Z liable because Gen Z is just going to lay flat. All right. If you are a millennial or a Gen Xer or a boomer, and you put Gen Z in charge of something, and Gen Z gets people killed or cost the company $100 million or $1 billion, they're not going to go after Gen Z. They're not going to go after the Gen Z idiot. They're going to go after the people who put these idiots in charge and charge them, because they're going to say only an idiot would put a zidiot in charge. Mullen's favored cheese by numbers method is to choose a nice cheese, a savory meat, a variety of produce, something pleasantly crunchy, a flavorful D, a beautiful garnish to round out the plate. This is disgraceful. You certainly can go by the swankiest grocer in town and shell out big bucks for gourmet goodies, but leftover grilled chicken, pepper jack cubes, and the last apple in the bowl will do. Guys, this is some poverty shit. Although it's still a good idea to opt for lower sodium and less processed ingredients, thinking, guys, if only an idiot, only a foolish man would go and pick up one of these people. Although it's still a good idea to opt for lower sodium and less processed ingredients, thinking of it as checking key boxes like protein and veggies can help make this trend a nutritional boom instead of a bust. Not everyone is enamored with the fad, or rather its new name. TikTok user Sorrel Ayala Kington is fed up with the attempted rebranding of Britain's Picky Bits as a girl dinner. No, ma'am, she said. As as a Brit, it said, as a Brit, I'm simply not going to stand for you. MFers rebranding Picky Bits as girl dinners. No, ma'am. Did I not tell you guys that? Did I not say it a moment ago that the United Kingdom and the United States are the same country? When the Queen passed away, it captivated the country. It was on every news station, fully broadcast. All right, guys, we vote in each other's elections. When there's a new prime minister, America's voting in those elections. When there's a new presidential election, the Brits are voting in the U.S. presidential election. It's one country. It's one country. Don't let them ever fool you. Whenever we go to war together. Kington has a great point. Although it's not always considered a meal in and of itself, and often the emphasis is on families sharing a giant board rather than making a personal one, most cuisines have a traditional or some kind of no-cook bit and piece meal. Guys, these women, for these Asian ladies from overseas, these Latinas from overseas, they've already won. These women from Africa, they've already won. These women from Eastern Europe, they've already won. It's done. The game is over. All right. All they have to say is, I can cook, I can clean. That's it. You have videos of these women out here like, I can cook, I can clean, because Western women are done. They're done. There's no hope. There's no hope for this generation or our many generations going forward. It's going to be a couple hundred years before possibly anything can be restored, and by then we may not even have the United States anymore. Just like Rome came and went, the United States may come and go as well. And it's kind of biblical if you think about it. Nations rise and fall. And everybody's kind of just, every other country is kind of looking for the United States to collapse. Let me see here. The Middle East has the meze platter. Italy has tagliere, and Spain has tapas. Switch out the proteins and swap bread for rice, and you have the elements of a poke bowl and bento box. Circle back to the UK. We find proof that there's no sense in mistaking the pattern as inherently feminine. This is what women are doing. It's specifically a woman thing, or frivolously dainty. In many a neighborhood pub, you'll find girl dinner listed on the menu as a ploughman's lunch. But Mullen has heard from several women who feel that far from belittling or condensing far from belittling or condensing to them. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. This style of eating, condescending. Oh, it's condescending. Guys, I'm wearing my glasses are just not so great. Far from belittling or condescending to them, this style of eating is liberating, free from pressure to cook, especially from the expectation that they should cook for men. Yet men should be buying them $300 plates. Okay. It liberates the guys too. Mullen has a special series called Bros with Board, which encourages the fellas to put together balanced plates that speak to their own hearts through their stomachs, of course. Guys, men need to stay away from this. Is why men are being encouraged not to be like the girls. All right? This is why men are being encouraged not to be like the girls. Because the girls are just that bad. No matter who you are or what you call it, you can use this trend to take balanced eating for a spin, get fussy if it feels fun, but perfection isn't the goal. Think about whether your personal hodgepodge is an improvement over what you would nosh and on otherwise. Saltines, sardines, and sliced cucumbers are better than a fast food burger or microwave burrito, or even worse, nothing. A full belly with no hot stove, no dishes, no time, no stress, no pressure to conform to strict gender roles. Winner, girl dinner. Just please eat more than a mouse. Winner, girl. Guys, cooking a balanced meal is a form of feminism. All right, guys, it's so wonderful. All right, they can enjoy their poverty. They can enjoy their poverty. The Jesus nerd said the UK is a shithole. UK is a shithole. Oh, oh gosh. Dr. Big Toss says, I'm trying to post Gen Z definition Urban Dictionary. Bro, claim it. Oh my gosh. Let me read this. Angry, I once went to the trailer of a 600-pound single older white woman that lived in a pigsty hoarder's trailer with cockroaches everywhere. I had to deliver a fridge. 1,000 roaches were all over me. Oh my gosh, that is so gross. That is so fucking. Oh, and a lot of these women are gonna be living in this type of shit. Celtic Spirit says prisoners eat better than these chicks. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, guys. I'm telling y'all, the standards are so low right now. He says, I will. Oh my gosh, guys, what do you think regarding this? What do you think about this absolute insanity? Young women are shocked they are being rejected as password bros leave. I want to know your thoughts. Let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.